A dilapidated Victorian mansion stands starkly against a bruised orange sky, a monument to forgotten grandeur. Ominous ivy, like grasping tendrils, chokes the crumbling facade, slowly claiming the mansion as its own. Broken windows stare out like vacant, hollow eyes, reflecting the dying light of dusk with an unsettling gaze. A chilling wind whistles through unseen gaps, creating an eerie, almost mournful sound that haunts the air. The air is thick with a profound, heavy silence, broken only by the wind's lament, amplifying the mansion's desolation. The mansion's silhouette, a jagged scar against the twilight, promises untold secrets within its decaying walls. Elias steps into the cavernous foyer, a single beam of his flashlight cutting through the oppressive darkness. Dust motes dance like restless spirits in the flashlight's glow, illuminating the vast, silent space. Grand, decaying furniture lies shrouded beneath white sheets, ghostly forms hinting at forgotten elegance. In a corner, a tall grandfather clock stands, its face frozen in time, a silent sentinel of the past. As Elias moves deeper, an almost imperceptible shift disturbs a sheet on a nearby armchair. The fabric ripples subtly, as if an unseen presence has just drawn a breath in the eerie quiet. In the mansion library's dim glow, Elias's gloved hands meticulously examine ancient, leather-bound books, dust motes dancing in the lamplight. He delicately turns the brittle pages of an old tome, his brow furrowed in deep concentration. High above, on a warped shelf, a book subtly slides forward, then stops, a silent, eerie shift in the stillness. Elias pauses, a flicker of unease crossing his face, before dismissing it as merely the old house settling. Elias explores the derelict kitchen, a relic of a bygone era, surrounded by rusty pots and a haunting silence. A cracked, dirty porcelain doll, its vacant eyes fixed, sits eerily on a dust-laden counter. As Elias turns to leave, a single, rusty faucet in the sink drips once, the sound echoing loudly. The drip abruptly stops, leaving an unsettling silence and no apparent water source. Elias stirs on a makeshift cot, the vast bedroom shrouded in the thick, still air of dawn, heavy with dust. He rubs his eyes, a weary attempt to clear the lingering tendrils of sleep from his vision. Across the cavernous room, a heavy velvet curtain, once tightly drawn, now stands slightly ajar. A thin sliver of gray dawnlight pierces the gap, an unwelcome intrusion into the room's gloom. A chilling prickle of unease spreads through Elias, a growing, undeniable sense that he is not alone. Elias descends into the mansion's basement, each step echoing in the damp, cold air. Cobwebs, thick with age, shimmer in the faint light of a single bare bulb, clinging to every surface. His hand glides along the rough stone wall, searching with a quiet intensity. A hidden compartment yields to his touch, revealing a stack of ancient leather-bound journals. As Elias reaches for the forbidden texts, a faint, disembodied whisper coils from the deepest shadows. The indistinct sound, undeniably present, chills the air, a spectral presence in the musty gloom. In the mansion library, Elias hunches over a heavy, leather-bound journal, a desk lamp casting a stark circle of light on the aged pages. His eyes, wide with apprehension, scan the faded, increasingly erratic script, a chilling story unfolding before him. The journal's words detail strange occurrences, a growing paranoia mirroring Elias's own unsettling recent experiences within the house. A profound shiver runs down his spine, despite the room's warmth, as the chilling narrative takes hold. Elias journeys down a mansion's long, dark hallway, where opulent wallpaper peels like forgotten skin. Shadows stretch from ornate furniture, twisting into monstrous shapes that dance in the oppressive gloom. A sudden, bone-chilling drop in temperature fills the air, heavy with an unseen, menacing presence. An invisible, icy force brushes past Elias, raising the hairs on his arms in a terrifying caress. He spins wildly, his flashlight beam cutting a frantic, desperate swath through the impenetrable darkness, finding only emptiness. His heart thunders in his chest, a frantic drumbeat echoing the terror that grips him in the silent, haunted hall. Elias steps into a child's room, untouched by time, where dust motes dance in faint moonlight through a grimy window. Toys, frozen in time and thick with a century of dust, lie scattered across the floor, silent witnesses to forgotten play. A delicate music box rests on a dresser, a small, ornate sentinel in the eerie quiet. As Elias moves closer, the music box's lid slowly creaks open on its own, a chilling, deliberate motion. A faint, distorted lullaby begins to play, its off-key melody echoing chillingly through the silent room, a ghostly serenade. Dust motes dance in the slivers of sunlight, illuminating the grimy windows of the forgotten attic. Elias, a figure of quiet determination, navigates a labyrinth of forgotten trunks and draped furniture. He uncovers a series of portraits, their painted eyes seeming to follow his every move. One portrait, in particular, captures his attention. A stern-faced woman, her gaze unsettling. As he stares into her painted eyes, a subtle shift occurs, almost a blink in the dim light. A chilling sensation washes over Elias as he senses the portrait's silent, watchful presence. Elias hunches over his desk, surrounded by towering stacks of ancient books and a sea of scattered notes. His eyes, weary yet intensely focused, devour the documents, tracing a dark lineage of tragedy and madness. A chilling history of the mansion's original family unfolds before him, each page revealing deeper horrors. As he connects the final, damning dots, a heavy, leather-bound book on a nearby stand quivers with unseen force. With a resounding, sudden thud, the book slams shut, making Elias jump, his heart pounding in the eerie silence. Elias, agitated, strides down an opulent mansion hallway, distant sconces casting long, twisting shadows around him. He glances at his reflection in a large, ornate mirror, his eyes darting. For a terrifying split second, a gaunt, distorted face with hollow eyes appears behind his own image. The terrifying visage vanishes instantly, leaving only Elias's own strained reflection. Elias strides toward the mansion's front door, his jaw set, a grim determination etched on his face as he prepares to leave. The heavy, ornate wooden door, which he distinctly remembers leaving ajar, now stands firmly shut, an unexpected barrier. He grasps the cold brass handle, turning it with force, then pushes with all his might, but the door remains unyielding, locked. A chilling realization dawns on Elias, as he understands he is trapped, a prisoner within the opulent, silent mansion. Elias, a portrait of frantic desperation, begins his ascent up the grand mansion staircase, each step a testament to his urgency. Halfway up, the ancient steps beneath him begin to groan and creak violently, as if the very structure resists his passage. He grasps the banister, its cold, clammy surface a chilling touch against his desperate hand. Faint, echoing whispers begin to grow louder, swirling around Elias from all directions, unsettling his resolve. The mansion's staircase, alive with unseen forces, seems to conspire against Elias, trapping him in a web of fear. In the opulent master bedroom, Elias stands, the air thick with an oppressive dread that chokes his breath. The grand bed's canopy sways with an unseen force, a silent tremor in the suffocating stillness. His eyes, wide with terror, are fixed on the foot of the bed, where shadows deepen. A formless, shadowy figure begins to coalesce, its presence undeniable in the oppressive gloom. Elias's heart pounds, each beat a drum of impending doom against the silence. The indistinct shape solidifies, a chilling specter emerging from the deepest corners of the night. Elias stumbles through the opulent mansion, its grand walls looming, threatening to crush him with their history. Fleeting, spectral figures drift through the magnificent rooms, their faces contorted in profound despair. Whispers, initially faint, begin to swell, coalescing into a terrifying chorus of unspeakable truths. The overwhelming cacophony of voices paralyzes Elias, trapping him in a horrifying realization. His wide, terrified eyes reflect an unseen horror, a profound truth too terrible to comprehend. The mansion's oppressive silence returns, leaving Elias to grapple with the chilling echoes of the past.